What's up guys, my name is Your Heroes and welcome back to more Call to Arms. Now, in today's video I would like to explain something that a lot of people still kind of get confused with, and I feel a lot of people need to understand this game better about. Now when it comes to game modes in Call to Arms, there's one very specific game mode that I would highly recommend everyone to try and get better at the game, and this is about micromanaging your team to try and capture points as well as defending and try not get taken over by the enemy, and that is called Evacuation. Now Evacuation requires you to get a group of friends, or you can play by yourself, or you can get with a bunch of AI. Now it is a 4v4 map, so that's the highest you can do it at, but Evacuation basically allows you have to, well, it says it in the name, you have to defend your evacuation point against waves of enemies, and your objective is to capture supply points to get points to basically get more men, get more vehicles, as well as defending off the enemies with the current group that you have, your current troops that you have with you. So it's very important that this is a very good game mode to try and practice your experience with getting better at the game and playing on, and even just playing against online. So let's say this would be very good for practicing, but also make sure it is easy. Now I've actually got a mod on today which allows me to play with the British faction and also the Eurocorps, which are basically or Eurocorps, which is Britain, and then the Warsaw Pact, which I believe was actually a real thing, which I believe is West America. So actually that doesn't really make sense. Or British versus the West Pact, which doesn't really make sense, but it doesn't really matter. I presume the Warsaw Pact was East, so it was Russian, I think. But anyway, guys, let me know. I think I'm right. Anyway, so I'm doing a wee experiment today, or I'm going to be basically showing you a gameplay of how to do this. Now, I'm going to be really challenging myself. I'm going to have one extra AI helping me, which is on hard, and of course you can only go Britain, and then I'm going to place 4 other AIs against me and the friendly AI, and they are going on hard, and they can only go the West, or the Warsaw Pact, which again I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway guys, we're going to see how well we can handle it, and I'm going to give you tips and tricks that you need to know to also try and get through this evacuation game mode. So guys, without further ado, I hope you do enjoy, and let's get started. Okay guys, welcome back. So as you can see, we are starting off in the middle. We have friendly AI help, and to be honest, it's tactically very good to maybe try and get the cheapest one, although it does give you an option of 3 with any faction. And also here I would highly recommend get the cheapest one. So my group, it'll be the Territorial Army, and my objective is to actually try and capture these positions over here, which is the ammo crate, which will give me points to allow me to get more points to get men, to basically get more points and all that. So as you can see, I actually have more men, so I'm actually just going to get the cheapest one I can find. And it's actually quite good to get the cheapest one because it'll allow you to actually get 3 groups in total, which will definitely help you to win more battles, if that makes sense. So as you can see, that with the cheapest group, we have managed to able to get 3 groups of soldiers, compared to if we got to like the Royal Paratroopers, we would only maybe get about, I could imagine, maybe about 1 or 2 groups at the max. But as you can see, that the enemies do actually come in really hard. But let's have a look at the British uniform, because we actually haven't seen this mod yet, or we haven't actually seen these guys with the uniforms. And don't worry, you will see lots of tanks. Now I've only put this on for 10 minutes because I really don't want this to be a half-an-hour video, so I hope you do understand it. But let's really zoom in and see if we can try and get these guys. I know the lighting isn't very good for this, but as you can see, we've got the Territorial Army soldiers, which are very good for taking territorial areas. But these paratroopers do, or the troops carry some L2A3s, as well as some, I think they're actually LT. Oh no, we've got a Sterling L2A3, and I believe we have an L1A1 SLR. So as you can see that the British, you can see we do have lots of points. There we're getting just now, and yes, I can get vehicles. I can get like the FVs. I can also get the new, actually I can actually get access to the new British tank that's coming out in real life in 2027, which is the Challenger 3. Now I don't know if this, I believe it does look pretty much to scale, because I had to Google what the Challenger 3 looked like compared to the ones in Call to Arms, and it did look pretty similar, but I don't know if everything's the same. But as far as I know, I don't know if we will get to actually see the tanks, because it's only 10 minutes, so I'm hoping I can maybe show you another video. But let's also maybe try and get some anti-tank team. Now the anti-tank team is very crucial, because if they start bringing vehicles and you don't have a tank here or any sort of vehicles, then you are definitely going to need an anti-tank team. And the anti-tank teams don't even cost that much. They maybe cost about, where are they? The anti-tank teams are about it doesn't actually show you. They're about, I would say, that I think there were 100 points last time I saw, but I'll probably leave it in the video and a text. But as you can see, the enemy, the AI, because there's fog of war as well, which is really difficult, they do come from all different directions, so you don't actually know where they're coming from. But also on the other end, you want to keep an eye out for the ammo crates, because the ammo crates could be here, or it could be, you know, out there where the first one was, which is very dangerous because you're out in the open and not in cover a lot, so you're definitely going to need to take cover on that. But as you can see, let's have a look actually at the enemy soldiers. These are the DD motorized infantry machine gunners. You've also got, let's have a look more over here, we've also got the DDR conscripts. But as you can see now, as I've predicted, that now the next ammo crate is over here, so we want to try and get our troops moving over to that area as quick as we can. But unfortunately, we are getting flanked from all different directions, so we want to actually possibly even just get a group up here defending the backside, while we get another group trying to go for that ammo point as quickly as we can, because if we don't, then the AI will try and take the ammo crates for themselves, and then they'll get more points, and then they'll probably bring in tanks and all that. So it's crucial in this game mode that you do get to these ammo crates as soon as you can. And of course, you are still going to have to defend all areas as quickly as you can, because if you do not defend all the areas, then you are totally screwed. So make sure you really do step it up, and really do make sure you capture those points. But fortunately, when it comes to this, you are going to all die. And yeah, well, as I predicted, well, you can see that well, the AI, because it is hidden, then because it is fog of war, that the AIs aren't actually shown off until later on. So we are kind of in a wee bit of a sticky situation just now. We have just lost all our troops and won that area, but luckily the AI, your friendly AI, are kind of smart, so we're going to send some troops over here. Unfortunately, what you're going to have to do is actually just leave some troops behind because like I said, they do bring trucks, so your aim is to try and get you. Unfortunately, the AI do just kind of do it out quite dumbly, so you are going to have to do this very smartly, because the AI just do not do this very smartly at all. But as you can see, we have now cleared this point. The AI are very clever, and they've managed to kind of rush and do actually things quite dumb. But as you can see, that we have the point now. Excuse me, I do have a wee bit of a cold just now, so if I do keep coughing, then I do apologize. But I do try and keep this professional. The points that you get aren't very much. I only managed to get, I think, a couple of points. I don't know the exact amount, but the AI do, unfortunately, your friendly AI do get a lot more, but they kind of stay in one position. They don't really kind of tactically just go and take cover. So it's up to you to really take charge and really take command, and this is where the experience is going to be brilliant for you, because this is a brilliant start for all kind of beginning players. But make sure you put it at easy, or at least at medium, so that means you get a feel to the game and really know how to handle kind of multitasking at the same time. So I would say this is actually a really good game to handle, or a really good mode to play off with. Now, I would also highly recommend that you do not instantly go for the highest group that you see at the start, because it will just totally waste it. And I'm actually just going to get some more men over here, and like I promised, like I said, we are going to have to just try and take cover over here. We do have our anti-tank squad, our anti-tank team, which I did predict. I don't know where they are actually. This is actually very annoying because now we have. Oh wait, they're right here. Wait, is this them? To be honest, it is very hard. Yes, it is. Right, we're gonna try and take out this vehicle. This vehicle is mine. Right, ready? Yes, there we go. Got his ass. Oh, what a shot. Right, we need to try and take that point. Like I said, they are going to come in from all different directions. We are kind of screwed right now. We've got these guys come up over here protecting this side, which is awesome. Unfortunately, I have kind of lost a group of men, which is really annoying, which I did kind of suicide earlier. So again, this is why it's really crucial, and you only do have like 2 minutes to try and capture this point. So it is really crucial that you try and get out here as quickly as you can. And luckily, we have some support from the British, from the Allies. They finally brought a vehicle. Unfortunately, like I said, they don't really move, so you're definitely going to have to be careful of that. I'm going to just try and get all my guys together to try and capture this point over here. The AI, I have to say, so this is the West, so they do bring in like conscripts and everything, and it is really annoying. So I'm just going to try and get my men in better positions over here, try and give my men some covering fire to try and take that point. And we, like I said, you do have to try and look at all areas to try and cover your side, because they attack in all different directions. As you can see here, our men are just getting absolutely mauled just now. We are not, even though we have probably one of the best covers, they have some really good men. They have the conscript, so which is really a disadvantage for us. So this is why it's really important for us to try and you know, keep hold of this as soon as we can, or try and you know keep a hold of this. So we need to try and fall back and get in a better position, or even though this isn't really a good position, I'm just suiciding out, and I'm probably not showing a great example of how to do it, but this is probably one of the best ways you can do it, is just by trying supporting your men, getting them into at least some cover. It doesn't matter what type of cover it is, you have to try and get that cover as soon as you can, and just try and support your men at all cases. You have to try and, this is the whole point, is by supporting yourself and other groups. It's kind of like teamwork, which not a lot of people know about, and I know a lot of people get confused about, so don't worry, I feel you. But finally, I'm actually going to get a truck over here to get this thing over here, which is going to hopefully heavily support me. And I think I know the next ammo crate should be over here, because the last two has been over here, and yup, as I predicted, it was over there, and this is perfect. We can now send our men over here, and I'm going to send my men over in this area. Now the important thing is when you're getting the ammo crates, is that make sure you're heavily covering the ammo crates, because if you do not heavily cover your ammo crates, well, then you're kind of screwed, and then it doesn't really work, and then you just lose all your men in that one ammo kind of capacity area. So there you go, guys. That is kind of like a wee introduction to this, or beginner's introduction to this, of how to handle this type of game mode. So I hope you did I hope you did enjoy this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see more of these kind of maybe how-tos or maybe tips and tricks about different game modes in the game, then let me leave a like in the video. Let me know down in the comments if you liked it. And again, this was, by the way, a 2v4, and these guys weren't hard, so it definitely wasn't an easy battle. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and our support, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, and goodbye.